Hey everyone, welcome back to Teenager Therapy. I'm Gael.
I'm Thomas.
I'm Isaac.
I'm Mark.
I'm Kayla.
And welcome back to Teenager Therapy, the podcast that we've had since we were 15, and obviously things evolve. So look, now we're all 18 and 19, and
Last day being 18 for me.
It is,
Oh my
exactly.
god.
Happy birthday.
Birthday Eve.
Are you the last 18-year-old on this podcast?
Mark.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
Mark, you're
Oh, shit.
He's a September
September.
baby.
I'm a
Oh my
Libra.
god.
That's crazy. Well, good for you. Good for you.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's baby's birthday tomorrow. He's gonna be 19.
Yeah.
And look, it's
and
part
he's
of
throwing
that.
a party.
You are?
He, as in I am. I'm throwing a
That's
party.
Thomas.
Yes.
He's throwing a big house party.
Birthday
Yeah.
bash.
It's an
Tradition.
annual thing. It's a
Rager.
tradition.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
So
Because I'm a Leo and I
love
need I need to have a big celebration about me.
What would you do
Love Miss
if it
Leo.
was your birthday and you only had like one friend? Would you cry?
That would be a little sad, but I think past me, like younger me, would have been very upset. But now I'm like, okay, I wouldn't mind having an intimate little thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
the girls.
Yeah, that's true. I think when it comes to like birthday parties, it's just something so stressful about them. But there's also a difference between like a birthday party that's sort of like intimate. It's like intimate, but it's still kind of like a lot of people
Mhm.
versus like just like it's my party I'm throwing for my birthday.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
that's the thing I always say. I'm like, I'm throwing a party. It's never like a birthday party because I don't want it to be seen as a
So then
birthday
just think of
party.
balloons and like little hats. What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the theme is
Dinosaur.
Dinosaur.
Hawaiian.
Okay, look.
Oh, no.
The goal of this episode is to give all of you, whether you're like a freshman, a sophomore, a junior, a senior, freshman in college, sophomore in college, junior in college,
Okay,
senior in
then-
Middle school.
middle school, elementary
Elementary,
school,
Kindergarten.
the official
PK.
guide to what it takes to throw a good house party and make sure you don't embarrass yourself in
Yeah.
front of all your friends and people from school.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
We've seen it happen
We have seen it happen
multiple times.
Yeah.
We've gone to some pretty, no offense to the host, lame parties. And here are just some ways to avoid that.
Yeah. So look, we have to talk about what makes a good house party, the ideal house party, and what makes a bad one. I think we've all know the ideal one that everyone really strives for, but no one will ever reach, is a Project X type of party.
What's Project X?
Have you guys not seen Project? If you haven't
guys
even
have
seen
to
Project
watch-
X
have
and you're
that
trying to
shit.
throw a party
Before
like,
any of this,
Then don't try.
watch that movie.
yeah.
If anything,
That's step one.
if you're the one
Step one.
throwing the party, you have to pre-game throwing the party by watching Project X. It's
course.
only right.
Have a
I
little
already
movie,
I already
yeah.
did it. But
yeah, you have to watch it about a week in advance so you have it in your mind, and then 2 days after that, just to like refresh a little.
Yeah.
And then a day before, just to really like get it ingrained in, and that's probably one of the best ways you could really study that movie. I want you to see you taking notes, what went well, what went wrong, what could have been improved,
Yes, sir.
an essay maybe if you really need to, but you know that movie was based on a real story.
Really? I
Project
didn't know
X.
that.
Pasadena?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
Pasadena.
something about Pasadena or somewhere in Australia.
I think it was Australia.
Yeah,
I
I,
thought
I
it was
saw
Australia.
too.
Oh, really?
But it's like
Yeah.
not like confirmed, but
It's basically like real because it's
I
like
don't
so
know.
close together, but they just didn't want to credit him.
Well,
essentially.
obviously we've never had a Project X experience.
Why not?
I wish.
I first of all, I know that it's hard for people to throw parties because it's a lot of work. Like it really is. I've thrown a couple parties, after high school, only after high school, and it's stressful for me because I've gotten things stolen. For example, my PS4,
foreshadowing.
my PS4 was stolen. Guile's film camera was stolen. I
His
don't know.
laptop was broken.
Look, I'll tell you more about that, but it gets messy.
Yeah, it does
Yeah.
get messy. Oh, it gets so messy because then at like literally 4 a.m., you're the only one who's mopping the floors while everyone's just like asleep. And it's like,
And these are some of the things you'll learn how to handle after this episode.
yeah.
Because, okay, so the thing is, you also kind of need like basic infrastructure. Like, you need a house. Do not try an apartment party.
It's not
think
gonna happen.
it's not gonna happen.
Noise
People are
complaints.
bold and they try it, which good for you. But that's crazy. That's crazy to me. You need like a nice house, and if it has a backyard, like that's what's setting you up for success.
Yeah. What else?
You know, I feel like what's so good about your house is there's 3 different areas. 4 actually. So look, here's why I think Thomas has the perfect infrastructure to throw a house party and actually have it be fun. Because the infrastructure is there. There's the main living room, which is very open, very like there's not really a lot in the way. So like if you move the couches, there's basically like a little floor where people could like just hang out, dance, whatever they want to do.
Perfect for dancing.
And then there's a big table, which is great if you like want to play any games or anything, like you go on the table, like that's fine. But then on top of that, you have the backyard, which is like an outdoor area, and there's seating. There's a lot of seating in the
And lights.
backyard and lights.
Ambiance.
So that's like a sort of like break from it. It like allows for like different types of people to gather there if they prefer being outside for whatever reason. And then you have the bedroom. And you have the TT room, the TT room, which is not a studio. It's not a set. I know some people think it's like a set or something, but it's an actual like bedroom. Like after this podcast, he sleeps here.
I do sleep here, yeah.
He does sleep here, and so
Can you imagine it?
we should post a clip of you sleeping and just like post it. Be like, this is TT after hours, and it's just you sleeping on the bed. Like
Okay.
I feel like that'd be like breaking the fourth wall. And so the room is like a block. It's like separated from the rest of it, so it's kind of like a relax. It's kind of more intimate. Like
Yeah.
the people you meet out there, you bring them in here and you talk with them.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to envision. You're just going to have to show up.
Should we invite one lucky listeners that wins the teenager therapy sweepstakes and gets to party with TT?
Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, Thomas and I have met like listeners at parties.
Oh, yeah.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Wait,
tell
And
me
they've
about
met
that.
us
I
when
didn't
we're
know that.
like,
Oh my god, no, it's
You
so
know.
bad because I forgot what happened, but I was upset for some reason. Or not upset, I was just like annoyed. And I was sitting off in the corner and I was just on my phone. I just needed a break. And then this girl comes up to me and she's like, "Hey, are you alright?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm just, just chilling." And then, her friends start coming over, and then as we're just talking, I found out like some of them listened to the podcast. I was like, "Oh."
How did
You
they
just
tell
saw me
you?
being like this loser in the corner, throwing a little fit, but yeah, they're really sweet. I really like them.
Do you prefer when they tell you right off the bat that they listen, or do you like when they like hide it?
I like
until
when
later?
they like hide it.
Oh,
Like I mean,
really?
I don't. If someone does just like bring it up, then okay, cool. But I do appreciate when they don't make it like their first point in like meeting me.
Isn't it just like a fan or what?
I don't see it like that. I just, people can be clout chasers or just have not the best intentions. And I want to be someone's friend first, not because of the podcast, because they actually like me. And it's so hard when they're like, "Oh yeah, I listen to podcasts." So now it's like, okay, so now you already know about me and blah blah blah. Anyways, we're getting off track. Let's get back to
The official guide.
Yes.
Okay, so you have 3 rooms. It's perfect. When was the first time we like ever?
It was
threw a
after
house party?
graduation.
After graduation.
Yeah.
Graduation party.
That one was the most spontaneous one because I didn't even know if I was gonna throw it or not.
Do you think you
That's
should have
crazy.
waited, like, or done it earlier? Like, let's say we had like a regular junior and senior year. You think you would have wanted to?
I've
do it during
always
that?
I've always wanted to throw parties just because I grew up with my older brother being a party animal, like the party animal. When I think of frat dude, think of him. But he would throw parties at our house and they looked fun. And I was like, you know what? I can't wait to grow up. And when I'm like his age, I can do that too. And I never got around to it until graduation. And I was like, I never got to do that. So I'm going to do it now. And I did.
So how did it go? What happened that first party? Was it a banger? Or was it like a learning process?
Honestly, I mean, I'm biased, but I enjoyed all the parties I've thrown just because as long as I'm like surrounded by like the people I like, then it's like a fun time. In terms of like hype or what?
No.
Or-
So I feel like we've all been in all 3 of them, right? We've
Mhm.
all been present
Yeah.
because there's been 3. There was
Mhm.
graduation, and then there was like, oh, that was fun. Let's do it again, party, and then there was birthday party.
Yeah.
No, there was graduation, birthday, and then that was fun. Let's do it again.
No.
No, there were 3.
Yeah,
There's
no,
three,
but
yeah.
it was the one before.
Yeah.
Birthday was
Okay.
last.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like I feel like your house party was the first one I've gone to, because in general I think a lot of people around us don't really have houses, so that doesn't really happen very often.
Yeah. Yeah, I realized that too. Not many people from our school throw parties.
Yeah, because no one has the fucking house. Like, we're not no
Infrastructure.
And also, like you said, it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
You put
so
your house at risk.
even the people with houses, they don't want to throw it ever. Like, I have people who beg me to, like, you need to throw a party. You need to throw another party. And it's like, you have a house too. Why don't you throw in this time? They're like, nah, that's just, like, too much work. And, like, obviously it's a lot of work, but
Yeah.
I'm willing to commit to it just because it's an excuse to get everyone together again. Otherwise, I'm never going to see them.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's true. I think that I would never be able to throw a house party because I'd just be too paranoid of people taking and breaking stuff. Like, I
Well-
truly would think, like, the TV is going to break. I would think of the worst possible scenario and then stop myself.
Honestly, I mean, things have happened at every party. Like, someone has thrown up in my laundry basket that didn't have clothes. Someone has.
Imagine if it had
people have
clothes. Oh
that.
my
That would
God.
have been no. That would have upset me, but it was like whatever. People have thrown up everywhere in this house.
the shower door was broken.
Shower.
Dude.
I don't know
Oh,
how
remember
that
when there was
happened.
the stove was on or something?
Oh
my God.
What
The
house
happened?
down.
with
You want to give
that?
a list of all the incidents that have happened as a result? of all
I
these
mean, feel
parties?
free to chime in because I don't remember all of them. But
The
the
birds.
stove was on.
They were hotboxing
fucking
the
birds.
birds.
Yeah, there was like these group of guys that was smoking like by my birds.
And we're
They-
like, guys,
and
this
my
is
birds
a-
were probably getting high as shit.
We're like, this is a smoke-free area. Like, what are you
Yeah.
guys doing? And then the birds were just chirping away.
Yeah,
They were in
loud.
tune. They were singing a melody, low-key, like,
I hope they had fun.
the birds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they did. No, they sounded like they were having a great time. The
Yeah.
shower door did get broken somehow.
Yeah, but I mean, I fixed it the next morning at like 5 a.m.
I think a cabinet was also broken.
A cabinet was
the
broken.
kitchen was
What?
broken.
Yeah.
That was broken.
Someone lit the stove and then let a pan burn, which sounded a fire alarm.
Yeah.
Mark shotgunned inside the house.
Oh yeah,
That was my
and
fault.
made the biggest mess
Yeah.
ever that I had to scrub away for like 2
Sorry.
hours straight. Oh yeah, so just like I think the most annoying part is when you don't have friends to help you clean. Thankfully, I have friends that help me clean, but there are times where everyone's just kind of sitting there and like, you know, I get it, they're tired. I'm tired too, but since it's my house, I have to like put aside the tiredness and I just have to power through until the house is actually clean. So I don't know. Throwing a party sometimes isn't worth it because people steal shit. People barf.
PS4
and-
got stolen.
Yeah.
My computer got
I think
broken.
that was just like the worst part.
The
My
PS4
PS4
getting
getting stolen
stolen.
because that wasn't even mine. It was like my brother's, and I felt
So
so
sad.
bad about it. But yeah, still
Damn.
don't know the culprit.
Yeah, we gotta start installing security cameras. We need security. Look, and Project X, they had those little 2 dudes standing outside.
need
We
Have
need someone
Tim.
like that.
Tim
like,
and his friend.
yeah, what's your brother? Be like, yo, you get an invite if you
Yeah,
become
so
security.
funny.
Serious stuff. Like, that could have saved his PS4. I'm sure he'd find that worth it. Yeah. You know, the biggest fear is like always like, oh, are the cops gonna get called? Are the cops gonna get called? So far, has not happened.
Yeah, because I live in a neighborhood where everyone like knows each other and they don't mind like noise because nothing ever really happens here. So
It's like
a
one
party
day-
every now and then they're like, okay, whatever.
and they know it's you. They're like, okay, it's Tomas. Like, it's okay. Like,
because we live with like by a bunch of teenagers too, so
True.
everyone's like, okay, let them have their time.
We should start bringing them cookies. If you don't know your neighbors, maybe bring them like send them a little note, a little apology. I feel like if you had a house and there was a really like loud party next to you, would you call the cops?
No.
No,
No.
because I was that
No.
person. So like,
You could say yes if you truly think like you might
I
call the
wouldn't-
cops.
I
I,
would
I
not do
genuinely
that.
don't
I
think
would
I
not
would.
do that.
Calling the cops is crazy, like on
Yeah.
someone's party.
Like, it's not that serious.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I could get hit by a car and still not call the cops just because I was like, okay, it's not that big of a deal, you know?
Yeah, I'd feel a little dramatic. I'm
Yeah.
like, what's the
Too
point?
dramatic.
Like, they're gonna file a report and then what? Like,
Yeah.
Maybe if they're holding it like every day, like for some fucking reason.
Okay, yeah.
like,
if it
it'd be
gets
annoying.
excessive, then I'll just I won't call the cops. I might just like go
Talk to
up to
them.
them or call their house and be like, turn it down. a
And what
little."
if they don't?
The cops will be getting
Just-
called.
Well, leave it.
They were warned.
Yeah.
I'm not beefing with some teens. But yeah,
Yeah.
no cops, thankfully.
We've
'cause-
always been paranoid of it. Like
Yeah.
we swear we're like an inch away from it, but
because
in hindsight maybe we weren't.
I feel like if it were any other neighborhood, we probably would have gotten the cops calling us because people are like leaving the door open like all the time, and the speaker is like on till like 2 a.m.
That's true. Dude, and you know what? I feel like what are you supposed to do when the cops come? Like aren't you supposed to just close the door, turn everything on and be like, "Sorry, officer, like nothing's happening here."
They
That's
can't come in
basically
without
it.
a warrant, right?
They can't come in
True.
without a warrant. I know my
So
rights.
true.
You know the
Yeah.
law.
Start recording them. A cab.
And then just like keep the music down for the rest of the night.
We're just having a little birthday party. Sorry, was it too loud?
yeah, simple.
Yeah. People do get paranoid about it though. Like they're like, dude, if the cops come, they're gonna like question him. And I'm like, girl, you'll be fine. Like they can't enter. Like they could just give you like a
Yeah,
little
the last
Yeah.
thing
slap
I
on the
need
hand.
though is someone panicking and just like running.
Oh
We're
my
running out,
God.
like pushing the cops. Oh my
Too
god,
dramatic.
that's their issue at that point. Like,
That'd
Yeah.
be so funny.
yeah, that'd be kind of wild. Okay, look, the first thing, if you're thinking about throwing a party, just make sure the music is right. Like that's the one thing that is like vital for it, and so many people get it wrong. And I don't know how you even manage to get it wrong. First of all, make sure the speaker is loud enough. Like that's just the basic.
Have like a big speaker. Don't use like a tiny phone speaker. Or,
A
like, any of
JBL
that.
speaker?
Just the JBL be like pill.
The TV on max volume?
That's speaking from
Yeah.
experience, huh?
Yeah.
People are wild. People are wild to think like a small speaker would be enough. Cause okay, when you're alone and you turn it up, it sounds loud, but you
It's really not that
underestimate how
loud.
like
Yeah.
it's not loud at all.
Mhm.
Like
People
when there's
talking.
people everywhere and there's talking and there's just like, damn, you can't even hear shit. Like it really is a vital part of it.
Yeah, and thankfully, like, it's just so funny because my parents installed a speaker system solely for karaoke. Like,
Came in clutch.
yeah, it came in clutch because
Dude, it's like a surround sound karaoke, like Vietnamese full power system that just happens to work really well for other purposes.
yeah.
Yeah. You know?
But yeah, music is important. Like, if you are planning on having something more chill, then you gotta have to curate the vibe.
how are we
Yep.
curating the playlist? Because we make our own playlist. It is a custom playlist playing. It's a custom mix at every party.
What do you mean?
The custom playlist.
92802.
I usually just like add songs I like and then let everyone else like add whatever songs they want.
Very curated.
I don't know.
Very curated. No, I feel like you also have to have someone kind of in charge of the music to play the right songs at the right time.
Yeah, I don't know who that person is, but good luck.
Yeah, you've done it before.
I've done it before, and it's like I don't want to worry about music.
Yeah.
Usually Tom's phone just gets passed around.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Also-
and then I'm like, where's
Where's
my
my
phone?
phone?
And
Yeah.
this phone is not going anywhere. I already lost it in Paris. I'm not losing
Switch
it
the
again.
case just
Yeah,
in case.
literally, they're gonna take that shit. Look, the way I would do it is like, I feel like you gotta start with some like basics, just the basic like rap songs in the beginning, because they'll just expect the first 2 hours to just be pretty chill, and then people get comfortable, and you start throwing in like a banger here and there, and then another one, then maybe you put a throwback here and there, and so you have like, let's say you have 100 songs. By the 50th or like 60th song, you want to start incorporating more and more throwbacks, because that's what people kind of like at that point. And then once you start dialing it down, you dial it down a little bit more. By the 100th song, it should just be like, you know, more of like the Kid Cudis of the world, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
I feel like it's a system, because I remember at the party, like everyone just kept
Yeah,
asking for
I
your
mean,
phone and then
I-
mixing up the vibe. I'm like, girl,
I
please.
think people just underestimate like the amount of work it takes to actually throw a party and like the little details they look over. Because you
As
really,
the host, you gotta be
really,
running around.
yeah, you really do. But
Yeah, you really do have to be running around.
because you're greeting everybody, but you're also like trying to have fun.
Yeah, and you also have to make sure your house isn't getting destroyed.
Yeah.
So you can't just be completely oblivious. You have to be like, okay, like catch him off guard. That's why you need
Yeah.
security, hired security.
ASB event planning really just like set me up for this.
Yeah. I feel like you might end up with an event planning job.
I think so too.
Like
I
that's
could
just
see
what
it.
you do. That'd be so funny. Like A's B kid to event planning.
It just
Pipeline.
it makes sense. Like
It
I'm really
does.
good at it.
It does. Yeah, some people are not very good. It takes like a little skill. You have to know psychology. You have to get in the mind of your
Okay,
audience.
Yeah. And people just like kind of do what they think they would like, but you have to take into consideration
Yeah.
everybody else.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
No,
Yeah.
you really
That's really
do.
deep.
Sometimes like
That's
it's hard
nice.
because you're like, but that's not cute. But that's what like bangs. That's the hardest
Mm.
part.
There are
like,
songs I don't like on the playlist, but I know people like, so I'll just
you're like, okay,
I'll,
like,
I'll keep it.
I know. That's the worst. That's the worst. You know what's my favorite part afterwards? Once everyone leaves and the music's still playing and like everyone's distracted doing their own thing, and I could just put like my own random songs. And then
I
enjoy,
remember
like,
you
the-
did.
the
I
dark
remember you did that,
loud
and I was
music.
so confused as to what was happening because Pink Floyd was just playing, and it was I don't know.
That was so
Hilarious.
good. I was like, I could keep doing that all night, and then everybody was like, turned on the lights, and I was like, fuck, that's me. You know what's also really fun is recording these events.
Yeah, Gael actually records it like like the actual Project X movie.
Mhm.
He is I forgot the name of the dude who was recording it,
I
but
forgot.
that's Gael. And we actually all meet up together like a few days after the party to watch.
And recap it.
It's
Yeah.
so funny.
It's
so
It's
funny and
so
entertaining.
funny.
Dude, I love it so much because it like fulfills my dream of making like a show that's just The Office but for teenagers, and that's basically like how I try to like it's my like I love doing that. It's so fun. Like everyone's like like in a whole nother world, and they just see flash in their face. They're like, hey, like I can't see anything, and it's just so funny. Like going around and then later seeing like whatever I captured in those things.
Are we doing it this time?
I want to.
Please.
I feel like we
Yeah.
should.
I want to.
It's
Yeah.
Thomas's
Tradition.
19.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's so funny with the camcorders because you could zoom in really quickly and then zoom in and out. Like it's so funny to me. Like it's so funny. Yeah. It's so I would honestly say have someone record it. Like it's nice to have it for the memories. It really is. Like it really, really is.
Yeah.
Everyone swore I was David Dobrik. Like I could not get. They
Yeah.
did not like. They just kept giving me shit for it. And then like, they're like, please record it. Like please. Like they were about to pay me for that shit.
Now there's people like, where'd I do with the camera?
No, literally. Yeah. So if our videos ever get leaked, hope you enjoy it.
You'll have a good
Yeah.
laugh.
You'll have a
Yeah.
good laugh. That'd be so funny. And it's nice having those memories. It really is. I feel like maybe when 70 years old, we'll watch that, and it's like people watching their homemade movies from like the 30s or the 90s.
Oh, so
They're
cute.
like, oh, look at baby
Mm.
Thomas. He was 19, and now you're 48.
That's
Oh.
depressing as fuck.
You're like, yeah, I was 19 back then. Like that is sad. That does get you.
This is like my last day being 18.
Oh my
Who do you
god.
think's gonna
it
bald
is.
first?
What?
Sorry, was that triggering?
I don't know what you said.
I have a lot of thick hair, so not me.
Nah, thick hair too.
Oh.
My parents are all healthy haired.
I don't know, Gail.
Yeah, that's true. Anyone
God,
have
okay.
baldness in their family?
No.
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 Okay. Well, it's a matter of who gives in. Anyways,
Not me.
Hopefully none of us.
I
but,
know.
yeah. Would you really not like being bald?
I think
I
you
don't
would.
think I have the confidence.
Wait, do
with
women
it.
even go bald? I feel like it's rare, no?
I mean, everyone loses hair as they
Yeah.
get older.
But I feel like I
My grandma
rarely
still
see
has
But-
hair.
women like fully bald, like the
I
way men
agree.
do.
My great grandma has hair.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
My grandpa still has hair. My great grandpa.
Oh, you got good genes then, huh?
Yeah.
Good for you. Are any of them curly haired?
No.
Mm.
Aw.
How sad. Pobrecito.
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 Payasa.
It's okay. Anyways, guys, yes, that's what those are really the tips. This time, I hope we have like a live DJ. When like, are we
I
having
mean-
live DJs?
Dude,
are we having
I
like?
don't know.
Let's have a whole laser show like
Transitions.
I don't even know who's coming.
No.
That's the other part too. It's like
Oh, the people that
I-
come. That's another.
the part that I don't enjoy is the beginning of the party where we're just waiting for the people to come, and it's just like an awkward little period of time where it's like you're just waiting for it to like start picking
I'm
up.
nervous just thinking about that.
Yeah, I always get a little bit nervous too.
There's like some
But-
people who come and you don't know them. They're just waiting for everyone
Yeah,
to come
and
too.
then you just have to awkwardly be like, "Hey."
Yeah.
You have to be like,
How are
please don't
you?
leave. Like I swear, just stay. Like get everyone to stay somehow.
Yeah.
do you think it's better to over invite or or just invite like as you think?
I feel like over invite because most of the time I feel like people don't show up. But it's risky. Over invite, but not too much.
Not too much.
Yeah, not too much, obviously, but like.
Yeah. Over
I feel
inviting.
like it's better to be
Remember
safe
this
than
one time
sorry.
the third party we had, we thought we were like over inviting, and then it was like
The same.
the least
Yeah.
amount of people that had
Yeah.
showed up, and like
Yeah.
out of all of them, and I was like,
So
funny
crazy
how
thing
that
though,
works.
that was like the fun one though.
was it really?
I like the third. I like all of them actually. To be
Yeah.
honest.
Well, you know the
I used to like care about like how many people were at the party. I would be like, oh my god, like I need to make sure it's not empty.
Yeah.
But I think after getting a taste of like USC parties, it's not really necessary because you're really only talking to the people you talk to. So like even if like there were a bunch of people, nobody would really be talking to each other, you know what I mean? So that's why I don't mind small parties because that means like everyone kind of has to talk to each other and it's a little more sociable. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know,
because if it was a bigger party, then I don't know, it would be a little more cliquey.
yeah, I'm excited for this one because I feel like there's more people coming that like I might not know. So it seems like it might be nice to just talk to them and see what it's like. Because the one thing about like all the other ones is, you know, by the third time I was like, okay, it's like the same people, the same thing. Like, you know, it's kind of like, okay, like what is new? So it's nice when there's new people because then there's just new experiences and just it's a little different. It is a little different. So over invite and invite random people that are like friends of friends or something and see how that goes.
Yeah.
At parties, do you think you're like a sociable person?
Depends if I want to be. I think before I didn't really want to, so I like didn't feel the need. But I think right now I would like to be more sociable and like just go around more people because it really doesn't matter. I've just had so much growth in between there. But it does seem like it's been a long time, like even over the past year since all of this. So it seems like there has been a lot of growth and stuff.
Yeah.
That's the Be Real notification.
It is.
It's
I'll
time
be
to
real
be
right now,
real.
actually.
Oh my god, yeah, we're
True.
recording a podcast.
Quick.
That's crazy, bruh. Be real
that sounds so
during the podcast. This is not that would be a good advertisement.
For Be Real.
Dude, fuck.
Miss
Damn it, we're not
opportunity.
getting paid for this. That's so shit.
Cut
That
it
would have
out.
been great.
Cut it
Imagine
out.
how
Cut it
organic that
out.
would have been.
That would have been good.
Be real, please play us and we'll use this footage again in another episode. You know, there's this other app that allows you to put this widget on your phone and it's just a little square and you could add friends, and so when a friend takes a picture it shows up on that little widget. So on your home screen it's like a picture of whoever you have added. It's really cute. I suggest you get it with your significant other, your friend.
So you have that, but not Be Real.
Yeah, because like Be Real is like a whole fucking app. Like this is just a little widget on my phone that's like, oh look, it's a picture.
Wait,
it's so cool.
It's what shows?
It shows like you take a picture, like you click on the widget, you take a picture, whatever, and it
okay.
shows up on the person's
Oh,
phone of
okay.
whoever you have
I
added.
thought it's like any photo.
Oh, wait,
like,
that's
yeah,
actually
I was
kinda
like,
cute.
I know,
what
it
that?
is.
What is it called?
Yeah.
No free clout.
Tell me after the podcast.
Yeah,
I
it's
see an
lovely.
ad for it on TikTok all the time.
Oh,
It's so
really? I've
cute.
never
No, it
noticed
really
They
is
keep in
cute.
the app.
Yeah, because no free clout. This is how
Yeah.
Kylie Jenner built $1 billion empire.
Okay.
That's what we're doing right now. No, it's so cute. Like it's like, and it shows up on their phone.
Wait, and you can do this like at any time? Like,
Yeah, at
throughout
any
the
time.
day?
You just like if you want to like send a little like picture of what you're doing and send it to your friend's phone, you just take a picture and it shows up on their phone.
That's so
in their home
cute.
screen.
I like it. That's
I know, right? It's kind of like Be Real,
Aw.
but a little bit more fun because it's a little more spontaneous and more private. It's like a more private Be Real.
Yes.
Anyway, sorry. Sorry, guys. Remember to enter the Teenage Therapy sweepstakes to win 1 free ticket to come fly out and join Thomas's birthday party.
Yeah.
It's going to be dinosaur themed. Oh my god, when you got your
It's
head
not.
smashed in the cake.
Oh, my
yeah.
god.
I forgot
that
about
was
that.
such an
Did that.
That is
ordeal.
fucking
I
that?
heard
Well,
that.
2 of the culprits are here actually, Mark and Gael.
I'm not even liable.
Yeah.
You're half liable.
And it was a good cake.
That
was
wasn't
a
that wasn't
good-ass
fun.
cake.
I got the cake.
We. got the cake.
We?
And he had every
Yes,
right to destroy it.
Did we? We went together. We went to Paris Spaghetti
Who paid?
podcast.
Oh,
So what happened,
so-
Thomas?
Okay. So they surprised me with the cake. And it was actually really sweet because everyone was just like waiting in the living room, and I think I was saying like, "There's something wrong. Like, come out here." I was like
that was
scared.
That was
You were
me.
so
I was
surprised.
nervous, and then I was surprised. And it was really sweet because there was like just a bunch of people I didn't know, but also a bunch of my friends were there.
Yeah.
And they were singing me happy birthday.
At the table and everybody was surrounding
Yeah,
her. There was a lot of
but-
people
Cute.
there. It was like
Yeah,
it was a lot. I was
but-
like, damn.
It all just took a turn for the worse when I forgot who took. I want to say Mark.
It wasn't me. I know who, but it wasn't me.
There's live footage.
Well,
There is footage
let's
of
just
this
say-
incident.
Yeah.
Mark and Gael took part in this, but you know how like it's a tradition to smash the person's face in the cake, like just a little smash,
Little
like
bite, little love
the
bite.
cake is
Yeah,
on your
little
like
cute,
so
area.
silly.
cute
Oh, so
moment.
cute.
Well,
yeah.
that was what I was expecting because I knew it was gonna happen, so I was like, okay, I'll embrace it.
Me too.
I could not have known what was gonna happen. They literally smashed my face, like genuinely, like smashed it all the way to the bottom, like where. So the cake was just like
There was like no cake
flat.
left.
There was no cake.
It
left
got
because
everywhere.
It was all on
They
me.
got everywhere.
So
It
an
got
entire
everywhere.
cake was just like on me and my Marc Jacobs Heaven sweater, and that was
Me
fun.
too.
And like I immediately went to the restroom, and I almost did have a breakdown about it because one, my sweater was almost ruined, and two, I just felt like that was really embarrassing. But yeah, maybe don't do that to your friends when it's their birthday. I wouldn't recommend it. I don't hold a grudge. I mean, it's fun to look back on now, but in the moment, I was pretty pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our fault.
I had to hide the hand that had cake on it, and I was like, "What happened?"
Oh my
Like,
God.
Thomas, what's going on? You were like, "I don't
You
know.
pulled
Someone
back.
smashed my head." I was like, "Oh."
We went back to
And
the
then-
crime scene.
I know, with cake on my hand. So it was a fun moment to look back on now.
Lots of fun, sweet moments at these parties.
Yeah,
I love them.
so sweet, so sweet.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. So I guess in general, like, have fun, be safe, don't get out of hand, don't get out of
Mhm.
control. Drink a lot of water.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, and if you are going to like a party, you're like, aside from hosting and everything, it really is just like you hanging out with your friends while everyone else is hanging out with their friends.
Yeah, that's what I
That's the whole
don't
premise
like.
of it. I mean, it's just how it is.
Why can't we change?
So
that?
when you're going to a party, it's best to go with some friends. I mean, I feel like everything we said is pretty obvious, but
people that go alone are brave.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
I would
Yeah.
never go to a party by myself.
That's crazy. That truly is, like, good for you. Like, I am proud of you. You are incredible. Like, that's a skill to have. I do wish parties were more social and less cliquey. I think there's places in different cities where, like, when people do host parties, they are like more like, oh, let me talk to everyone. Because it does get a little boring when it's just like talking to the same people. Because I think, to me at least, like, going to a party is nice just because, like, who will I meet? Like, who will I say hi to? You know. So I encourage you to say hi to someone. Say hi to someone. Like, get out of your little bubble and be like,
Yeah.
what's your name?
And who knows? They might be your significant other.
That's true. Drop in a pickup line.
Excuse me.
What?
And that's it. You gotta win them with politeness.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Wow, he's so polite. No, that was so fucking hot. Yeah. Well, thank you guys for listening. I hope you're a little bit more aware of things to keep in mind. This seem like basics, but a lot of people really aren't aware of these things.
Be careful.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Be
Once
safe and have fun.
once we get invited to one of those like parties at like the old hype house, we'll like let you guys know how it is.
What?
Because you know how like everyone's always at the like the whole LA thing is that people are always throwing parties at the old hype house and everyone goes there and they're like, I hated it, like everybody was so fake.
I haven't heard about this.
Oh, you don't hear about that?
No.
Okay, yeah, my friends tell me about it. So we'll keep you guys updated. Anyways, thank you for listening. Any questions to ask them?
No, just know your limits. Obviously, don't overdo it, or else you're gonna embarrass yourself, and you're just gonna make it a hard time for everyone else.
Yeah, don't embarrass yourself.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people go overboard because they think it's what they're supposed to do, but you can drink and do things at a reasonable amount and still have fun. So yeah.
Literally, yeah, that's so true. Thank you for listening. Follow us on Instagram at Teenager Therapy. And every Sunday we have a Spotify Live at 6 p.m. PST, so I hope we see you there. You could go to our Instagram for the link. So thank you for listening. We'll see you the next episode. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.